Is stockpiling wrong?
Like piling them? Because all mine are like neatly on shelves. Well, I'm Matt.
And I'm Carter.
And welcome to it. It's kind of a gray area.
Welcome back, humans of the world. I'm trying to stop saying folks all the time. So I'm going to say it most of the time, but for today, it's humans of the world.
Okay, I just want to make everyone feel comfortable by saying Carter's also a human.
Yes.
As far as we all know.
Right.
So today's shade, as you guys may have surmised from all the information you've gathered so far, is about hoarding, about stockpiling.
Right.
Okay, because we're in the midst of some stuff going down.
Yes.
Okay, and people are stockpiling like crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's as bad right now as it was at the start of everything, but it's definitely still going on, and it looks like it might be picking back up again, so we'll probably see worse and worse. Yeah. Like, I don't know, I think this probably relates to stockpiling. It might just be limited availability or whatever, but this is the first time in my life I've ever noticed that a grocery store will run out of something for like a week or two.
That's true, yeah. Sometimes they run out of chicken, and you're just like, wait, that happens?
Yeah, like usually you like take the last can of baked beans or something, you come back the next day and there's 40 more of them on the shelf.
Yeah.
But now you take the last can and you come back and it's like, oh, still out of beans. And you go back the next day and you're like, still no beans. And then the third day and you're like, it's been 3 days since I've had beans. And then day 35, you're like, long ago my people fed on beans. We still have the legends passed down in poems and stories.
The shelves ran plentiful with cans of beans. The simpler days.
It's hard looking at the empty fields of shelves now and imagining what once was.
Just like a ripple effect and just beans.
A guy finds like a single Twinkie in the corner and he like holds it up and like 40 people just dogpile on top of him.
Yeah, it's true.
But dogpiling is not the same thing as stockpiling unless you're stockpiling dogs.
So people do this. People mostly
Stock up on dogs?
Yes, they stock up on dogs.
I know, I need more.
Dogs are very useful.
Yes.
They don't taste great, but they're very handy to own.
Yeah.
But no, people are stockpiling like crazy, and it's either because they're scared or nervous and they want all the supplies for the next 6 months or 3 years or 10 years or whatever.
That or they're just squirrels. We don't know that this has all been done by humans.
Some of them are squirrels and they're just saving up for winter.
Yes. I'm just picturing someone in Walmart with 5 toilet paper rolls in their cheeks. Right. And they're just carrying another pack around with them. Yeah. But I'll stop interrupting you now.
That was a person bearing their toilet paper for the winter.
Right.
Clearly. I think I nailed it. So some other people, the other category is people that are stockpiling to then sell it at exorbitant,
I think.
Excelsior levels. And to people, like there was a guy arrested by the feds. The federal government was after this guy. Yeah, because he was selling masks, medical grade masks and gloves and gowns and everything for 700% what they were worth.
Yes.
To a doctor that was working in a hospital was like, we need these, and this guy down the street says he has them. The doctor showed up at the warehouse. I was like, hey, I'm here for my 10,000 gloves or whatever I need for my hospital because people are dying. Mm-hmm. And he showed up, and it's a huge warehouse filled with a million gloves and gowns. Right,
this guy was just sitting on to sell.
By 700% profit.
But I do have to say, having a monopoly on medical supplies and then charging a 700 or 800% markup is the most American thing you could do in healthcare.
Well, you have to be eating a ton of food in the meantime. But yes.
Right.
Oh, in healthcare. Yeah.
Right. Well, it's only an issue, I guess, when it's a private citizen. But, come on. Medical supplies, that stuff is 40, 50 times what it's actually worth when they charge it to you.
Well, that's true. And, of course, you got to mark it up for processing and making the thing. But material-wise, it's this cost 2 pennies. It costs 2 pennies. But it is $5. But, yeah, stockpiling, is it... Okay. I have a lot of toilet paper.
Right. But you didn't. You had that shut down Corona.
I did. Yeah, I bought a lot in like October last year. You know, there's excuses.
Illness you have where you need crates of toilet paper.
Just coming out of everywhere, guys.
You know, allergy season, guys. 12 rolls a day. Am I right?
Underneath like the spool in the bathroom. Just,
right. Mummy costumes, another important thing for having a large supply of toilet paper.
Yeah, we were actually going to do an episode where we had a lot of fun with some of this excess toilet paper we had, and then the Corona thing happened, and we thought they'd be kind of poor taste right now.
Yeah, I gotta say, I get, like, I agree with you. Like, you can see where these people are coming from as far as, like, you know, stockpiling, marking up, and reselling.
Yeah,
but I think it's like the wrong time. Like, you kind of gotta like read the room a little bit. Like, this would be like going to a funeral and going up to the widow and being like, I'm so sorry for your loss. There's this singles cruise coming up that I just wanted to see if maybe I could sell you a few tickets on now that you have no one in your life anymore. Maybe you'd like to go on this. It's a seniors single trip for people whose husbands have passed away, will never come back, and they can never reconnect with them again. So if you feel really desperate and empty and alone right now, this might be a wait, where are you going?
Well, it's half off if it's been within 1 week of their death.
I could throw in an extra 15% if you don't have any other loved ones.
2 guaranteed dates per night.
Right.
What? How can you? Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's basically, in my mind, it's like that. It's like, if you're going to like do this, do it at like Christmas time where everyone's like, oh, Hatchimals, we got to get Hatchimals. Not like if we run out of this supply, people will die.
So stockpiling, is it wrong? I guess it's the motivation of it.
I think it's very human behavior. I think, you know,
self-preservation.
Yeah, when we're hunters and gatherers, you're stockpiling, you're foraging, saving up when you can. And then we have the agricultural revolution, you're stockpiling even more. And then now in the modern era, we're stockpiling mostly money instead of actual food and stuff.
Yeah.
But so when something like this hits, you're just turning all of that money into the food and stuff that you need.
Yeah, and if you run out of food and stuff, you just go down to food and stuff and get some.
Or gas and more. I don't have a ton to say on this outside of I am against this in the middle of a global pandemic. But, you know, it's a tough thing to say because, like, the reason this even happens is, like, you have, like, a handful of people who start doing this. Yeah. Then other people who are, like, stockpiling is stupid. You don't need to do that. And they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. You feel that way. I'm going to take every single roll of toilet paper I can find. And you're like, well, now the people not stockpiling are screwed because they didn't want to go stockpile, so now they have to stockpile to out-stockpile the stockpilers.
That's true. I mean, that's the problem. If you're stockpiling, you can't take everything. You take what you need for a certain amount of time. You don't take toilet paper for 10 years.
Yes.
You take it for like 6 months, and you're like, that's it. I just need 6 months of toilet paper or bottles of water or whatever.
Yes.
Like, just in case. There will be more times to buy some in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Just have a reasonable amount of time. I think my opinion is stockpiling is okay because I've always been someone that just likes to be prepared for a little bit of a cushion.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Is like take what you need, not what you want or think like, oh, this is a necessity, but like, you know, get enough toilet paper to last you a week, 2 weeks, which is probably not much more than the normal amount of toilet paper you buy. And if everyone does that, everything's fine. I'm going to say I'm against this. I think there's a difference in my mind between stockpiling and, like, doomsday prepping. So in my mind, stockpiling as far as, like, what we're seeing all around us right now, I'm going to say it's wrong.
Okay. I mean, and I respect that. I kind of disagree a little bit. I mean, you know, you've seen my underground bunker. There's a thin aisle way to walk through. But
you want to come check out the thin aisle in my underground bunker?
Shh, it's a secret.
That was the same guy at the funeral talking to the widow, by the way.
Yeah. But I'm going to say it's okay to a point.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from with it. You know, I could easily be on that side myself had I not made better life decisions.
Okay. All right. Well, let's rock, paper, scissors this thing to death.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Boom. It's okay, guys. To a point, it's okay to get a bunker and fill it up.
Yeah, makes sense. You know, the universe itself stockpiles elements to form stars and planets, so makes sense. I get why it's on that side.
And one thing you guys probably didn't think of, loneliness is a real problem in the apocalypse. So maybe stockpile some friends down there, too.
All right.
Yeah.
So, would you rather for today is not about the stockpiling. Sorry. I don't really do that every time. We always it is about this. It's not about this.
It's also not about a lot of other things.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's very fair. This Would You Rather has very little to do with anything except for the thing that it has to do with. And here's what it is.
Well said.
That it is about to do of what it does.
You had it.
Yeah. So, would you rather, from a burning building, you can only save one of these things.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, burning building, would you rather save every Van Gogh painting ever made? The whole collection just happened to be at this hotel you're staying at or something.
Yeah.
Motel. Let's say, what? B&B. B&B.
A B&B has every...
Yeah. Well, there's Who
was it? Picasso?
No,
Not
Van
Picasso.
Gogh.
Van Gogh.
It was a art collector who was going to an auction, and he was passing through town, but he heard about this really, really nice 5-star B&B, and so he decided to stay there and use their safe room that they have, because they mostly have billionaires that are passing through. And you're there because you won this retreat from a can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup, which let you stay at this super nice B&B for a week and have an unlimited supply of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. But you're right there at the same time as this art collector who has every Van Gogh painting with him, all in a handy little box with a handle that it just all makes sense.
I really like how I won that Campbell's contest, because
Yes.
I worked so hard for that, guys.
Yes.
I ate so much soup.
So that's the situation. But also at this bed and breakfast, there's a cat, a farm cat, who just had little baby kittens that are 2 days old.
Aww.
And now the bed and breakfast is on fire.
Aww.
Everyone else got out. The art collector abandoned the Van Gogh paintings because he just wanted to move on from art collecting and get into a different career. You know what? Let's say he started the fire. He was trying to get the money from the Van Gogh paintings and blame it on the kittens.
That makes more sense.
Yes.
Why would you have insurance on kittens?
Yes. So that whole story. And now the would you rather is, do you save the Van Gogh paintings or the cat and the kittens?
I'd remove one and then throw them in the box and save all of but one. But, okay, that's not an option. So I would...
So keep in mind, this is every single Van Gogh painting, which means if this fire destroys them, there will be no Van Gogh paintings left on Earth. There will still be cats and kittens left on Earth.
There's so many cats already.
So because there's so many cats, you're saying we should burn some of them alive.
I
just want to be clear on the point you're making. If you could look into the camera and just repeat that phrase.
Okay, this is just a discussion right now. So, okay, there's so many cats in the world. But Van Gogh, that's a Van Gogh genocide or...
A cat homicide.
A cat homicide.
Oh, good punk rock name for a band. Cat homicide. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
God, I wish I could do half and half,
I know.
Save the kittens, maybe,
Save
and
the world.
a few Van Gogh. Yeah.
Save the kittens, save the world. Right. I'm going to say Van Gogh. I'm so sorry to everyone. I am. I'm gonna save Van Gogh paintings. I would throw the cats out the window and wish them the best, and then I grab the Van Gogh.
Right.
How about that, guys?
Gosh, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say here.
You're gonna upset people regardless.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I'm gonna say the cats.
Oh, good. Maybe we'll both run in and save them both.
I'll save the cats and the kittens. The thing I'm thinking here is a single random cat's life worth more than the entire collection of someone's artwork, their entire life's work. And it's hard to say yes, it's worth more. But I will say Van Gogh, all of his paintings have been copied, they've been documented, archived. There's
that's true.
Posters of them. We would lose the originals, which is a really sad thing. But at the end of the day, his art is still out there in the world. We could still appreciate it. People could make a very, very accurate recreation of it to still hang it in museums.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the cats.
You go with the cats.
I think I would feel better about myself in that sense.
Yeah, I think I would too. That's a really good point.
Well, that's our episode for today. We found out that stockpiling is okay. Yeah, the universe is fine with it.
I don't have to empty my shelter bunker.
Yeah, and we also found out that Matt would set kittens on fire if given the choice, and that I would save innocent kittens from dying.
I hate you.
Or you can retort with something if you want.
Retort.
You're not even going to deny that you want to kill the cats? Well, if you guys like today's episode, there are a lot more out there. I promise very few of them have anything to do with animals being harmed. We've certainly never harmed any animals in the making of an episode. But if you don't take my word for it, go check them out for yourself and let us know in the comments what you think.
Yep, but before you do, make sure you comment, like, and push that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future episodes.
Yep, and bury a treasure chest full of baked beans for the next apocalypse.
Ring the notification bell.
Buy 365 identical shirts so you can dress the same every day of the year.
And buy better bunk beds for bunking in your bunker. And as always, IKAGA.
Yeah.
Yay!